Played the second of back-to-back games, and Steph Curry was looking for his 303 of the season. It'd be the fourth time he had done it, and he gets it here on the friendly road roll. In the history of the NBA, only one person's ever done it besides him, and that's James Harden. A few minutes later, Curry, the handles, and shout out to George Gervin. One thing I could do was finger roll. Curry had 17 in the first quarter. 10 seconds to go in the first half. Curry. Oh, give and go. Draymond back to him. But the Pelicans got enough time to try to let the big man eat. Zion beats the clock, and it's a 1-point deficit for the home team heading into the second half. Warriors up 3. Curry, splap him. Next Warriors possession. Curry, and the lights go out in the building. Did it go in? I don't know. Steph was reacting like I think it might have. It's been suggested the lights were shot out. I didn't say it. Lonzo Ball was 3 for 18 on Monday night. Brutal performance. Showed a whole lot of moxie in this one. Ties the game late. Draymond. Down 2. Chance to put him ahead with an and one. Flexed on him but would miss the free throw. Ensuing Pelicans possession. Ball. Hunting his shot. And hits. Team high 33 for him. Huge bounce back. You know Golden State's going to try to get it to Curry, and he gets as good a look as you could hope for. But that misses. Wild scramble. Zion gets it. They called the foul. Zion hit free throws. And Pelicans get the victory. Afterwards, Zion on Lonzo's bounce back.
I don't usually say stuff like this, but, Lonzo, he texted me last night. He just said, my fault about last night, but I'm going to be there tomorrow. And I think, those are big words, and, he knows what he's all about today. He came today, and he showed out. A lot of respect for them.
Tonight was a tough one. They made plays. I got cold in the second or third and fourth quarter. Got some pretty good looks, and that kind of make or miss situation just went in their favor tonight. So, it would have been nice to finish off the road trip with a win, but we got to rejuvenate and overcome that short rotation for Thursday, because it's going to be the same thing.
Brian Windhorst told us on our podcast, which will come out tomorrow, this is the get it in season, right? And scheduling is interesting, so you're seeing teams play in back-to-back games. And the winner of the first game and that second game is slightly under 500. Interesting that the Bucks were able to take a pair from the Nets, that highlight you saw earlier in SportsCenter. Back to the Diamond, Mariners and the Orioles. Passing!
Wake up!
Wake up, kid. Kyle Seager takes Lopez out. Solo shot. Rio Ruiz, we showed you his strikeout with the bases loaded earlier in the game. He's got the answer. 1-1, top 6. O's looking to get to 500. Rays and Angels in Anaheim. Shane McClanahan, impressive in his first career start last week. Gets Albert Pujols. Mike Trout down and in. Jared Walsh, nothing. 4 innings, none earned, 5 Ks. Rays leading in the 6th. Kevin Kiermaier with runners on 2nd and 3rd. That'll bring them both in, and the lead doubles. Kiermaier safe at second base. Bottom of the 6th, Mike Trout. Oh, look what he did. Off to a pretty remarkable start for a guy that's already had a pretty remarkable beginning to his career. It's 4-1. Wednesday night baseball matchup, final game of a 3-game set between the Dodgers and the Cubs at Wrigley. Coverage begins 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific on ESPN and the app. I'm paraphrasing here, but he was very passionate in his defense of Wilson and basically said he's on one of the top lines of the top teams in the sport, and every GM in the league would want him. Now, he says that, and others back Wilson and point to the fact that he's a talented player. I believe he's 5th on the team in points, but there's a much longer line, Emily, especially fans of teams that play him a lot, of calling him, a savage and a guy that ought to be out of the league and suspended, yada, yada. And that line's longer. And I just wonder what your sense is around the league of Whitney's points and then the points of the fans that point to his history.
You're a Capitals fan, and this might not shock you when I say this, but it might shock fans of other teams. I've been around the Capitals, and I've heard people say if Alex Ovechkin was not on this team, Tom Wilson would be the captain. That's how beloved he is, and that's how respected he is. And it's not just in the Capitals locker room. I know a lot of other guys in the league who really love Tom Wilson, but I know a lot of guys in the league that are kind of fed up with his antics and saying, you know what, this is dirty plays, and how is he still getting away with it? And I did talk to a player today on the phone. We were having another conversation, and he said this, which I think sums it up so well. Tom Wilson is a guy that plays on the edge. I want him on my team. Sometimes he crosses the line, but why would he change the way he plays if the NHL isn't disciplining him and telling him to stop playing the way he plays? And the NHL will say, yes, we've told him many times, but of course, the way that they treated this specifically shows that no, they're not really trying to correct his behavior.
Should he have been suspended for what he did last night?
I think so. I think if the NHL is looking at the books and what they explained to me, no, he shouldn't have been suspended, but I test people. Just look at what happened. Look at how violent it looked. This was a chance for the league to send a message, and I don't think they did it.
Well, the Rangers and the Caps skate again on Wednesday night. It'll be interesting to see what happens there as the Ranger season effectively is done. They won't play in the playoffs, and we know the Caps have grander aspirations. We'll see what happens. Emily, as always, appreciate your time and the context.
Thanks, Scott.
This game goes to overtime, and be a good time to let's run some more. Ball. Bridges. Mikal Bridges, corner 3. Suns up 5. Ensuing Cavs possession. Okoro, he's been awfully good. Stolen. Bridges. Y'all see where we're going here. Suns are up 9. Cameron Johnson, corner 3. They're up 12.
They're already covering.
Yep, there's Dunk. Johnson, they're up 15. There have been over 3,000 overtime games played in the history of the NBA. Only 3 have seen a team lose by 16 or more. 3.
You're looking at one.
This is one of them. There's nothing that can happen. They needed Baker Mayfield to come out, and they need a touchdown at this point. That's not happening. Suns get their 5th consecutive win. They outscore Cleveland in overtime by a score of 20